Good morning, Dubai. This is the Lovin Dubai show where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: you can skip the queues at Dubai Airport using just your face.
And Abu Dhabi teens are warned after riding quad bikes and e-scooters in shared areas.
Another story from the capital: police warn a 400 dirham fine if your number plates are covered.
And Huda ends collab with Huda Mustafa over racist remarks.
In today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 24 to 34 degrees. But before we get to all of that,
before we do, apparently, according to Vogue, the widely known Vogue, having a boyfriend is embarrassing. And what a time to be single right now.
I keep seeing this, and everyone's referencing this Vogue article, and it's like Vogue is saying it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend.
Yeah. Listen, I think people are just taking this headline because obviously this is just for clickbait, but when you read through it, it's about accepting humiliation, accepting insults, accepting not being yourself in a relationship. This is what they're talking about. Not fulfilling yourself or being male-centered. But the headline is just to attract people to open the website.
Smart.
Yeah, it's really smart. And a lot of people on TikTok are just using it, as they usually do, making fun of it. What a time to be alive, what a time to be single right now. I'm so happy to be single, never been happier. So it's funny.
People are living in their best single eras, and the Vogue article is kind of encouraging that, maybe?
Yeah, I think they're encouraging it. And I think they're trying to tell you is try to get into more committed relationships, consider topics about marriage, not just dating around, just having an extra boyfriend by your side. That's what they mean.
And they're saying it's a reaction to a shift from the early 2010s, which was boyfriend land, where women's identities reportedly revolved around partners. So you'd always have the couple post.
Yes,
and it would be like dinner with this one. You'd hard lunch. It would always be about the relationship, and is kind of Vogue saying it doesn't need to be.
Exactly, and your identity shouldn't just be about your relationship and just wait around and treat your friends like just time pass until you get a husband or a boyfriend. That's what they're talking about. So you shouldn't be male-centered. This is what they're trying to push. You are your own self.
I have seen this before. I can't remember. Maybe it was a conversation with someone basically saying there's an influencer who was looking out for a boyfriend because the content would be stronger.
What?
Because you can include your boyfriend in the content. Oh. And then you have all the content that revolves around the relationship.
God. But those are very niche.
Very sad.
It's so sad to see that you want to build your content just on couple content.
It's a sad state of affairs when we revolve our life around social media. But I think what Vogue essentially was trying to say is
have your own identity.
Your own identity.
That's what they're trying to say.
Speaking of having your own identity, that leads us so nicely into our top story of the day. Thanks to your identity, you can now skip the queues at Dubai Airport using just your face. So if you're traveling through Dubai Airport, this is going to make life a whole lot easier. Emirates, at a cost of 85 million dirham, has rolled out 200 cameras across Terminal 3. Part of a huge upgrade to speed up check-in, boarding, and immigration. That means no more fumbling for your passport or phone.
So with the new facial recognition system developed with the GDRFA Dubai, passengers can now walk from check-in to the gate simply by looking at a camera. So this is how it works. Step 1, you register on the Emirates app or at check-in. You'll need to be a Skywards member, scan your passport and give consent. Step 2, use facial recognition at check-in kiosks, no documents needed.
Interesting. Glide through immigration using the smart gates at T3. You can access Emirates lounges with just a smile, literally.
And when it's time to board, selected gates in concourses A, B, and C now support biometric boarding. So next time you fly Emirates through Dubai, skip the queues and let your face just do the flying. How easy is that?
So just as a point is that I find generally check-ins tend to be a lot quicker than they used to be, but it's the next stages. You know, when you get to the flight, and again, you have to stand and queue and do the passports with the boarding. And you're like, I've done this 3 times already. Why am I doing it again? But they're cutting out that
time.
They said so in some of the check-ins at the actual gate. They have removed that, so it'll all be facial recognition. Ooh, it's exciting.
And it was always, by the way, like it's crazy to think like it's already made so easy for us at the airports, and it's already made so quick. Like as soon as I land in Dubai, I feel like I am out of the Dubai airport in like 10 minutes. And for it to be even less, and I don't have to wait in queues. I'm sure I think they're considering heavy times and rush times. You know, during summer holidays, AED. National days, Christmas, I think this is what they have in consideration to cut the queue time where you have to do the passport check. But I feel like we already have it too easy and it's just. But
I think that the leaving, it's down to a. The only difficulty with leaving is waiting for your bag. That's the only kind of like 30, 40 minutes you might be waiting. But the process to get to the plane. There's still multiple times they have to check in, but they're really making this a lot quicker now. This is only Emirates, so therefore
don't the red carpet.
Yeah, but don't forget your passport, because when you're coming back in another country, you shall need it, because they have not invested the 85 million into these biometric enabled cameras. So
always have your passport, just like how you always have your ID.
But it would be so easy to forget if this becomes commonplace in a couple of places. Let's say it becomes commonplace in London, and you're traveling here all the time, so you just forget your passport. Then the next time you're traveling to Maldives,
they don't have that.
They may not have it. They may, but they may not. And so you need to be super duper careful.
I think my anxiety won't allow me to just leave my airport at home. My passport, at home.
I don't know.
I feel like I'd be too anxious. Like I'll be like my dad, like overpacking stuff.
I think if it was in like a card and you had it on, and you had it on your phone.
Do you think we will not have passports in the future?
They seem like outdated documents.
Wow.
Don't they? Like it's paper. It's
crazy to think that we'll be passportless maybe in I don't know how many years.
I'd say the UAE would be the first country to lead that, but maybe someone will give me a passport here and then. Moving on to our next story, we're talking about an update in the capital.
So Abu Dhabi teens warned after riding quad bikes and e-scooters in shared areas. So residents of Al Ghadir have received an official warning after teenagers were spotted riding quad bikes and e-scooters in shared community areas, according to Khalij Times.
The community management has reminded residents that riding in non-designated zones is strictly prohibited and could lead to vehicle confiscation, fines of up to 50,000 dirham, and even legal actions against parents or guardians who allow minors to ride unsafely.
Authorities are urging everyone to ride responsibly and follow safety rules to protect both riders and pedestrians.
This is not, this is not specific to one area, even though we mentioned an area. This is really common in a lot of places. And whenever I see kids on
I get so scared.
E-scooters, you do get scared. I even saw, in all fairness, I saw adults on e-scooters on a really busy roundabout yesterday.
Oh my God.
They were going from a gym out, leaving a community, and they were just like popping along the cars. I was like, it's so unsafe.
I get so scared to drive my e-scooter on Kite Beach.
You have an e-scooter?
No, you know those rented ones from Kareem?
Okay, I was like, cool.
I wish I had my own e-scooter. I've always wanted, but my dad always thought it was unsafe.
Because where could you go on it?
That's the thing. Like, what would I? It's for one season. But like, I always get so scared to ride my e-scooters in designated areas in Kite Beach. Let alone those people that are riding it on the road. How are they not scared?
I don't know. I think the main thing is for a lot of awareness and implementing these fines. But the shocking thing here is we also mentioned in the stories that kids are driving the quad bikes, and they're on the quad bikes.
That's the thing, and I know there's an age limit, so 16 is the age limit, but do we think it needs to be, is it fair? Does it need to be younger?
16 is an age limit. I think 16 is fine.
I think 16 is perfect. 16 is perfect.
But there needs to be an awareness that these should not be on the roads, because I really feel for the drivers in this scenario. Like if there's someone coming out of nowhere on a road not following the road rules,
like this, and they come immediately. And imagine if you're leaving an exit, because that used to happen all the time to us. So in our community areas, you're trying to leave the community exit, and you don't see who's crossing and who's not crossing. And if someone's coming in the e-bike in front of you, you don't see it because they don't give you a chance. You know, if someone walking, you can easily spot them. But with those e-scooters, they come really quickly. God, I think they need to be stop signs for e-scooters, just like how there's stop signs for cars.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, that would be kind of bringing regulation on the e-scooters onto the roads. I don't think that will happen because in some cases there's not a lot of space.
Just don't let people drive them up on roads. It's not safe.
No e-scooters for Christmas this year.
No e-scooters, yeah. Oh my God, you know what I just remembered? I don't know if you remember that hands-free scooter, the 360 thing that was such a big hype back.
Oh, the boards on the floor.
Yes,
the hoverboards.
Were
they hoverboards?
Oh, they were so dangerous. My brother broke his arm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They look dangerous. I never tried one, but I could
So
see why they're dangerous.
Yeah, and I think they're banned now. No one uses them anymore.
No one uses them anymore.
I think it's banned.
Maybe because they're stupid.
They've caused a lot of injuries, just like my brother's injury.
I can't believe he broke his arm. He fell off a hoverboard.
He fell off over yeah. He was so scared to tell my dad because he rode his friends and we were not allowed to ride that hoverboard. He was really young.
Why did he have it if he wasn't allowed to ride it?
No, it was his friends.
Ah, okay. Oh no. What age was he?
He was really young. I think he was 16 or 17, yeah.
That's the worst. You're not allowed to do something and then you get caught and, oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting caught, we jump into our next story.
Abu Dhabi issued another warning for drivers, so 400 fine for covered plate numbers. So Abu Dhabi police have issued a reminder to motorists not to cover or obscure their vehicle plate numbers with bike racks, boxes, or any objects that make them unclear.
And so authorities have confirmed that traffic inspections have been intensified and legal action will be taken against violators.
And according to the federal traffic law, a fine of 400 applies to anyone whose license plate is not clearly visible. Police urge all drivers to ensure their plates remain fully readable at all times.
Yeah, you can see an example there of what they've shared, which is a partly covered number plate, which you may not think about, popping the bikes on the back. But what they're saying is they're intensifying the searches on this. And so you make sure if you're putting a bike on the back that you can see the number plate.
I know a lot of people just do it unintentionally. It happens, but this is just as a warning for everyone to please make sure you're not covering your plate numbers. So that's what you do. Have you ever received like a really stupid fine that could have been easily avoided, but it was unintentional mistake?
I'm not going to say all fines are stupid because I
It
believe
was unintentional from your end. You know?
All the speeding ones.
Speeding. Sometimes you know you're speeding.
I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. There was one, I remember I was out one morning. I had friends visiting and I took them out to see the sunrise in the desert near Al Qudra. Yeah. So like a beautiful, quiet morning, so calm, so chill. And I guess I was going over the speed limit because there was a flash and I was like,
oh God.
It was a completely empty road. I didn't know I was speeding, but I was speeding.
Though. You know, you were driving up to the sunset. That ruined the vibe. You know, just
it wasn't the vibe for that morning.
Because
what about you?
Yeah, you just keep thinking about that fine. I think missing the parking.
Oh yeah,
is always it's unintentional from my side. You forget it. You tend to forget it. But when I do get a fine because of that, I get so irritated. Like, it's easily avoidable, you know?
Interesting on that. And I'd love to put this question to the...
God. Did he try to?
Well, he got in touch with Lovin Dubai. But I wonder, so, you know, if back in the day, or we still do, there's the human traffic wardens who give the fines.
Yeah, they used to roam around, you know.
They still do. But you also have now...
A story about getting a fine that was not supposed to be a fine, right? Like a while back. What was it?
over racist remarks. So Huda Beauty, the company, and over racist remarks. So Huda Beauty, the company, ended its collaboration with Huda Mustafa, who was a Love Island USA season 7 contestant, on October 31st, 2025, following a bake loose powder, and all visuals have been removed, all bake loose powder, and all visuals have been removed, all content, all social media, everything has been taken down from Huda Beauty stores.
I was a co-star with her on the show, and I think they expected a different reaction. The laughing for a lot of people felt like it was kind of like dismissing it or making fun of the situation and just laughing it off. But at the same time, instead of just continuing like it was normal, and then people picked it up and spread it online.
So they continued the live with Hung. Yeah, it's really, so it's, what happened was Huda was a very famous, the contestant from Love Island. And then therefore, whenever you are like the person, you know, you're getting shit on both sides. But so she had this very famous collab with Huda Beauty in 2025, and they both met. And it was like, if you see the video playing, and I think what you said, Massa, was so right, is that like, if they acknowledged right after, like, that wasn't okay, we don't condone this.
I think for some reason, I've watched a lot of her videos, and I would give her just one excuse. I think she still thinks she's at Love Island, and she's acting kind of like, she's not really acting professional, but she's having a lot of collaborations. So her as an influencer, her laughing, where people questioning it, is like, is she happy that this person was attacking Onandra? Is she just nervous? What was happening? What do you do in this situation? Always take accountability, I think.
As soon as possible.
Accountability. And you have a public image, you have millions of followers, people are watching you, you need to be held accountable.
Strong stance by Huda Beauty, as always.
Yeah, as always.
Okay, it's 8:52 on this Tuesday morning. That brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show. Thank you, Massa.
Thank you, Casey.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.